Hi everybody, my name's Val and I'm going to show you today how to make this lovely little chick using the Pyramid Pals thin lids from Stampin' Up. To start with, you need to cut out 2 of this shape and 1 of these. Due to number of interruptions, I have, as on Blue Peter say, already cut some out. On this one I've cut 2 holes out, and this is Dandelion Delight with the medium of the hole punches. I can't remember what size it says. 2 holes for the back, and for the front 1, like so. I've also creased all the score lines, which the die do put in for you when you run it through the machine, which makes it a lot easier. So we have now those 2 cut out. Now to cut out all the other bits. Now to start off with the owl builder punch with the basic black, you need to cut out 2 of these. There we are. And then you also need to cut out of Whisper White 2 of the larger ones. There we are. You will get other little bits cut which just can't be helped. So there we have the 2 parts for the eyes. Then we need to cut out from the Blossom Builder Punch, which is also Stampin' Up, 2 of the smaller petals, which are perfect for his feet. If you tend to use a corner bit, it just makes it a bit easier and less waste. There we are, 2 of those. And then also with the very tiny heart punch, cut out 1 heart for his beak. Okay. Now for his wings, you need the oval punch, which is the 1 3/4. This is also cut out with the Dandelion Delight. So you need 2 of those. For the beak and the feet, I did use pumpkin pie, but I think any kind of orange card that Stampin' Up would do. Right, okay, now to assemble. Now with the base in this position, with the 2 parts with the holes opposite and the 2 triangles opposite, you can now glue that together. I use Tombow basically because it gives you a little bit of time to move it around if you're not happy with it. As if you use Fast Fuse, it's more permanent, literally grabs when you put it down. So what you do is you put one on top of the other like that, and as I say, if you look, you can move it around a little bit. There we are. Right, okay, now to seal the box, I use double-sided tape, tear tape. Now the one I did before, hence why it's already been cut out and I made a few mistakes, you need to put this on the front one and not the back, and I'd done it on the back. So the one with the white one hole is the one you need to put the tear tape on. Try and put it near to the crease as you can, but it doesn't really matter if it doesn't. And I like to cut, but it is tearable. It's just me, I just like doing it. I feel it makes it easier. Then turn it round and put it on the other side. like so. There we are. Now do give this a good rub, because it just needs to stick down, because otherwise you can spend ages, as I have done in the past, trying to lift it. Due to having my nails done with few layers, it does make it a bit equal, so I am going to use the paper piercer to lift it up, and it's going to go first time. Well done. As in a few of the videos I've done to try and do this, it's like being ongoing. Right. Ooh, brilliant. Right, so now what you need to do is gently fold those over like that and bring this up. Now if you put the top on there and then just watch it as it comes down and just give it a good rub, put your thumb inside, finger inside, and just run that up, and then do that the same the other side, like so. There we have the front. Now I have used a yellow, quite thin bit of yellow ribbon. Now I've measured it 10 inches simply because I'm not very good at tying bows, and I'm not going to struggle with a very fine bit, which I could still end up struggling with this, because bows and me are just not good friends. So what you do is you thread this through both the back holes like so, and then if you put both bits together, and again if you can see you've got your hole, put that over the top, use your paper piercer again, and it will help hopefully to push bits through like so. And then as you pull it up, pull those two sides in and watch them as they go in, so they will close, and there we are. You can put a knot, which I'm not going to do, but I will tie the bow, and as you can see it's quite perfect. That's what I wanted. But as you see, having a longer bit of ribbon, you're not all fingers and thumbs trying to do it. Right, so there we have the body. Now as you can see, we have the feet. On my first bird I did use glue dots, which I have got no problems with for lots of other things, but if you don't want it to move around, which I did find with glue dots it can do, I decided to use Tombow. Just a little blob there. Don't have to use a lot, which that has decided to come out a bit more than I wanted to. So what I'll do is just take some of that off and put that on there. And as you can see, it just easily rubs into your hands. Then angle your feet like that, making sure the bow's at the front, and just plonk him on. And then hopefully he will lift up, and then you can, if you're not happy with the way the feet are, just have a fiddle and just leave that to dry a little bit. There we are. Okay, now one of the tips I did find with the beak is to help it fold, rather than using your fingers or your nails to fold it, I just used the paper piercer and I ran a line. You might have to hold it with your fingers down the middle. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it just helps to crease. And then I did another one across that bit and another across that bit, and it's just giving it a fold line. Okay, so then what you do is you put your finger in there, and there you are. Perfect. And then with the other ones you bend that way like that, and then if you put it together it gives you a lovely little section there for you to put your Tombow on, like so. There, and just spread it around so it all's covered. And then just get your little bird and prop it on, and it might stick because I've got glue on my fingers. So let's use some other fingers and see if that works. There we are. Just pop it on And then, as it's on, just play with him until you get, when you're happy with how the beak looks. There. Just hold it for a little while to set it. Okay, and there we are. Now we have come to the eyes. Again, you have the basic black and the Whisper White. With Tombow again, just put a little blob on the middle of the Whisper White. And due to the nails, we can't pick anything up, so we use some tongs and place that on top. My fingers are still a bit sticky from the glue, sorry. And this one. Secret is, don't get Tombow on your hands. Right, now you just turn them over, she says. There we are. Okay, and again some Tombow, which seems to have a feeling it wants to come out quite a lot today. Really, I should have some baby wipes to help with this. Anyway, right, with the tongs again, use that to put the eye on. Some people put little white lines on them to sort of like give them sort of like a glare, which I haven't really bothered with. I do apologise, a little bit of glue on that one. And then just move them around. Whoops, his nose hasn't stuck properly, beak hasn't stuck properly. And there we are. And there we have the start of the chick. If it doesn't, just hold it for a little bit and it will settle itself down. There we are. Right, now back to the wings. To give them the nice curve, just use your bone folder and just run it over a couple of times just to give them a curve, like so. There we are. And Tombow again. Again, I found the glue dots, as I say, were fine for most things, but for this, it just stuck them a bit better and they didn't move. And then just place them on the side where you're happy. And as you can see, he's becoming to look very much like my little chick from the start of the video. There we are. If anyone's interested in what you can store in these, you can put about 8 of the chocolate balls, which you can get from quite a well-known supermarket. Now with the fringe, due to interruptions, I've already had some left over from a previous cut. You only need about 7 of these. So you've got 2, 4, 6, 7. So with the scissors, just cut off the excess and then apply some glue. Now the only thing I can say about this is when you put it on, because obviously you've got a straight edge on a triangle, it's almost impossible to make it fit properly. But what I would say is when you put it on, if you can see, make sure that end doesn't go any further than that, and that one the same, and then just hold it until it sticks. Depending on how much glue you put on will depend on how much time you have to sit here and hold it on, but hopefully not too long. See if I can get that glue off his eye. If you do get glue on anything, you can get a rubber that is specially made, designed to do that. And there we are. There's our little chick. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial and maybe had a few chuckles, but I hope you enjoy making him, and thank you very much for joining me. Goodbye.